Honorable Minister Salman Khurshid, Minister Jagat Pushpakumara, Dr. Ayappan, Dr. Sikka, Tony, Rita ji, Tiwari ji, and all of you who have come here as, some of you as strangers and hopefully parting as friends. The time has come to say thank you and goodbye. In the meeting room just before we came in, Minister, we established one connection, which went back to college. As I heard you speak, I established two more. I too was inspired by Bahuguna and the Chipko Andolan, and I too am a big fan of Nasruddin Mullah. And so let me start by sharing another story from him. In order to share that story, I'm going to ask all of you to greet the minister heartily with a clap. And then I will adapt the story to you, Honorable Minister. It goes like this. Nasruddin went to a Turkish bath, and on entering, he was dealt with by a rather unpleasant man who was looking after the bath. So when he left, he gave him a huge tip. And this left the guardian of the bath very perplexed. He asked himself, I treated this man badly, and yet here's my big tip. The next day, Nasruddin came back, and the man bowed and scraped, and the finest towels, soaps, and massages were offered. And on leaving, Nasruddin left him no tip. And the guardian was perplexed, and he said, yesterday I treated you badly, and you gave me a big tip. Today I treated you like a king, and you leave me no tip. Explain. Nasruddin said, yesterday's tip was for today, and today's tip was for yesterday. Minister, today's hand clap is for tomorrow's support. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come here from around the world, from 80 countries, and you are the ones who need to be thanked first. So, if you are from the Americas, raise your hand and say hello, because you're also saying goodbye. Thank you very much for coming from the Americas. Minister, I want to introduce you to Emmanuel Suka. Emmanuel, are you in the room? If you are, stand up. Emmanuel is minister from Cameroon. There he is, right there. Minister, there is no mission, Indian mission in Cameroon. And Emmanuel was so desperate to come that he, at the last minute, with his own money, taking a loan, crossed to Nigeria to come here to this Congress. And that is just symbolic of the kind of dedication we have here. If you are from Africa, raise your hand and be acknowledged and say thank you to you and goodbye till next time. The majority of us have come from Asia, and so, like all of you would think, it's been an easy journey. Well, I'm telling you, it's not. There is one amongst us who is not here. Dendi Mohammed stood in lines in Tokyo Airport through snowstorms to try and get here. Luck was not on his side. He didn't manage because flights got canceled and he got bumped off them. He then tried to package his entire presentation as an audiovisual and send it to us. And the internet was against him, and he cannot be with us virtually. So can we put our hands together for all those who tried their level best but could not make it here? And then we have people who did succeed, like Xiao from China, who stood for 3 days at various missions trying to get the paperwork through. And so with Chow, and for all of you from Asia, raise your hands and let's say thank you and goodbye from across Asia. And then we have our participants from Europe. This afternoon, we will discuss where the next Congress renews itself in 5 years. And I have a bet running that it could be Europe. So if you're from Europe, you're our hosts possibly. Raise your hands and let's say thank you to everybody who has come from Europe. And finally, to all of you from India, thank you for being wonderful hosts. Thank you for your hospitality, for your food, for your ideas, and for this wonderful, wonderful Congress. Thank you very much. And I include specifically in representation with the expectation that Drs. Ayyappan and Sikka will actually thank each and every one of the 500 participants who came here. Please thank them on our behalf, and thank you for being such wonderful hosts. So we've had a sort of a 50-50. 50-50 in the sense that 50% came from abroad and 50% from India. We have had 100% in the sense of the commitment, the ideas, the sharing, the energy that we have given to agroforestry. And Minister, with the resolution that we present to you, we hope that our wishes, symbolically to you, but to the rest of the world, because we have given it to the Minister of External Affairs, symbolically because we are giving it to the world, that this Congress ends with a positive message. It's a 5-year cycle, and you alluded to one that you are going to be subjected to. And in this country, elections are a time of renewal. So let me take that message back to all of you, and let us, in the 5 years that intervene, renew our thinking, our ideas, and bring them refreshed to the next World Congress, wherever it may be. This World Congress would not have been possible without the generous support of our sponsors and our donors. And I am not going to read out each and every one of them, but the Government of India, ACR, CTA, FICA, the Forest Trees and Agroforestry Research Program of the CGIAR, GIZ, IFAD, Swiss Development Corporation, BTTL, Himalaya, Irish Aid, Mars. Take a bow, Howard, for your support. Muley Trust, Pragati, and the Yale School of Forestry are some among many, many supporters. Thank you all. We wouldn't have been here without your support. So I will now go through and thank the various teams that have supported this Congress. We are here in a wonderful facility, and let me shout out to Ritesh, Pankaj, and his team over there. Thank you very much, Kempinski, for looking after us. And I'm seeing on the other side Shakib, I saw Lalit, I hope Nisha and others from the MCI team who have supported this Congress. We all know that there have been hiccups, but I also know that you guys haven't slept in 5 days. Thank you very much. Shakib, I believe you were at the airport picking up bags last night at 2 a.m. Thank you to MCI for support to this Congress. I don't know whether Tony Gourlay is here, but thank you to Global Initiatives for your inspiration and idea. The logo that we have appreciated was from Global Initiatives. And then there are, on my list, over 100 people individually to thank. I can't do that without the minister being seriously late for his next engagement, and I suspect the moment I leave the room, I would be hung, drawn, and quartered as a result. So I am going to thank the ICAR team who has been tireless. I'm going to thank our ICRAF team that has been tireless both at headquarters and over here in supporting this Congress. And then I'm going to pick on a few individuals to thank them for all the others who have worked with them. So please, if I cannot mention your name or do not mention your name, it is not because I don't know who you are. I do. I have your name. I have your number. But I cannot actually go through 110 names today. So can we put our hands together to thank the ICAR and ICRAF logistics, organization, communication, content management, and other teams. Thank you very much for supporting the Congress. And then there were a few individuals who went just that bit more. And I'm going to ask those to stand up and be acknowledged. And I hope if you've not been called, you will understand that it's just because we're running out of time. Dr. V.P. Singh, could you please stand up? Professor August Temu, can you stay standing? Christine Magaju, are you here? Dr. Alok Sikka, please don't be so comfortable. Dr. Mohan Kumar, if you're here. Dr. Shiv Kumar Dhyani, and you will need to stand. Shiv, I might have asked you to stand on a chair, but these individuals and the teams that they led went more than a yard extra to bring us to this wonderful venue. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you, participants. The oldest participant in this Congress is probably one of our most eminent. Dr. Swaminathan turns 90 this year. He was there on the first day to share his experiences. The youngest participant, and I assure you, he is the only one who did research and experiments while we were here, turns 3 in 2 months. So Guru, if you are in the room, can you please stand up or be held up? There he is. So if you're interested in the experiment Suguru is writing up at the moment, you will find the results in the pond near the lunch area. He has established, without a doubt, multiple times that leaves float and spoons sink. Pankaj, you might find some spoons in that pond. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Can we all rise and thank our valedictorian and our chief guest for this